I'm more deadly in some ways than you are. Like I'm
Of
crazy.
course.
I'm like
of course,
psychotic.
but I'm
girl.
just saying because we would have been together, blah, blah, blah.
I agree.
It's easier to attack a person who's kind of alone and she probably didn't know the person that you were with. Okay, so continue.
I agree. Yes. The person that was standing next to me, she did not know. So
Right.
So, right. So, the whole day is going on. And I'm like, it's not like, I'm like, okay. So I see this woman coming out of the corner of my eye and I'm like, there's nothing she's going to walk by as if she's, cause that's how, and Fessler was there too. Let me just add. So like, she's going to walk by cause we like walked by each other, like Benigno and I like, he's brushing up against me.
No, sir.
Yeah. Like, dude, like very subtly. It's like this intimidation dance doesn't work, guys. Right. Like when you walk by somebody, you just like a little, it's like, I'm not. Yeah. Benigno did that to me an hour earlier, but like, whatever. So I'm like, it's first of all, just like these losers we just mentioned.
Yes.
You are a fan of me and Kim because you must be bothered.
Obsessed with us. Obsessed with us. Obsessed.
I'm just so like, she's coming and I'm like, nothing's going to happen because this is 2 hours into it. Like, we're just not going to speak, of course.
Oh my God.
So like, not even up. She's David Yontef. And I'm like, is this for it? What is this for David Yontef? I'm like, this bitch is what? You're actually going to speak to? Yeah.
My God.
Oh my God. Now,
how close was she, David?
Okay, so she was approaching it. I'm like, hey. Now, also, she has on these sunglasses, these green
sunglasses. I saw them. Yeah,
but you can kind of see into the eyes. But like, also, if you want a confrontation, just take the glasses off. Girl.
Yeah,
let's see. But I mean, you could still see the beady little eyes, the evil behind them.
Yeah.
So she's approaching and she's with some blonde woman of her own, which, and then the woman kind of walks away. I don't know who this woman was. And so she's close. But so as the conversation progresses, she gets closer and closer and closer. And by the end of it, she is so close to me, I could smell her fucking breath. It's like, is this bitch gonna body slam me? So I'm like, no, listen, here's the other thing. If we run into someone at a restaurant, if we run into someone on the street, it's one thing. I was invited to this event, which was
a charity, which was
a charity event.
You're friends with Jill Zarin. You're friends with Jill.
And like,
how disrespectful to even Jill. And
let me just make it clear. I don't want to tarnish the Jill Zarin is amazing. To throw this event every year is no small feat. The amount of reality, she had people from Big Brother, Survivor. She had people from The Bachelor was, Joe Amabile. She had housewives galore. It's a real hard thing, not only to throw something, as you know, with a fashion show, but like to get people to actually come is a whole nother thing. Now we're factoring in a Saturday afternoon.
I heard it was really hot too. It was really hot, which, that was one of my deterrents.
So hot. No, I don't blame it. So, I mean, I almost feel bad talking about this because
you have to, David, because this bitch has to be brought to light. She has to be brought to light.
I just don't
She has no right threatening fucking people. Okay. She has no right.
No.
So say what she said. I want to hear what she said.
And I just don't want it to tarnish this.
It's not going to tarnish
pure event that Jill throws in honor of Bobby Zarin. It's so disgusting that this happened there. So
okay, go ahead.
The point is, when you're doing this to me, out of literally, I mean, hand to God, out of respect for Jill, is the only reason why I just was like, diffuse the situation, David, and just don't engage, because I am not doing that. This is not the time.
Of course not.
You want to do that at Tudo over on, I mean, I'll get thrown out of the restaurant. I don't care, but not to Jill. So she's here in my face and she's like, David Yontef. And so then, okay, so what would you like to say? And she's like, so so she's like, so every week on that podcast, now right there, I have a smile on my face. I'm like,
because she's listening or somebody's listening for her.
right.
Both.
She's listening. She's listening. When she used to tell me, oh, someone sent this to me. You said this about little bitch boy. Bitch, you're listening. Just admit it. Right. Just like Melissa and the patron. So she's like, every week on that podcast, you've been saying, I'm going to be fired. Now, look, I almost don't blame her for this. I would say the same thing. If she's like, but here I am. And she's speaking just like this. Like, yeah, this is like, we are under your skin, girlfriend.
Yep.
She's like, every week you've been saying on that podcast with Kim D that I'm going to be fired. Well, here I am. And I'm like, okay, well, okay. I said, like, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Right. You're not going to, like, there's no egg on my face. And she's like, and the other thing you've been saying, I'm like, man, this one listens. She's like, you've been saying there's going to be a Marge takedown season. Now, first of all, she's going to refer to herself in the third person, which is scary. She's like, let me tell you something. She's like, there will never, and she steps closer. There will never. I'm not kidding you, Kim.
I believe you.
People don't want to believe me. Don't believe me. Victim shame me like all day. Closer. Let me tell you, there will never, let me make that clear, never, ever be a Marge takedown season. Okay, so now she says, do you want to know why? Do you want to know why there won't be a Marge takedown season? Hey. Right. I'm going to bite. Tell me why. Because and she like lowers her glasses, like she like leans forward so I could like see it a little. I have files on everyone. And I just didn't think that was weird. Like just saying it once. I'm like, okay. And she's like, I mean, everyone. So then I said, because what do you say at this point? I said, well, that's what we see on the TV. I mean, yes, that doesn't, I'm not shocked because that's.
Hold on. Okay. David, hold on. I'm sorry.
It's okay. The
listeners, hold on. Let me just grab my door.
Are like,
hold on. I'm sorry. It's my son.
It's okay.
It's my son.
It's okay.
Let me go up. Let me go up.
The listeners are just like,
I know. Let me go up. It's my son. And he doesn't like my one dog. So I'm bringing her up. Come on, Lila. She bites him.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry.
A dog.
This is way too important.
This is important, girl.
Way too important. Okay.
I mean, you also sound much better already, wherever you are.
Oh my God, Jesus.
No, this is important, Kim.
I love him, but he always comes in, at the crazy times. Okay, let me just.
It's okay.
Can you see me? Let me put a light on.
House guests, and I told them.
I'm sorry. No,
it's okay. I said, get out.
Him to be coming this early. Okay,
well,
here we go. Let me put some lights on.
Okay, Kim. Listen, this is.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. So go ahead. I'm listening.
I said, like, I have files on everyone. So I said, like, that's not, I said, of course you do. Like, that's what we watched on the show. Like, that's what we all saw. Like, that doesn't shock me. Now, mind you, can I just have a footnote for a minute? Didn't she say on the reunion, she doesn't have files on anyone?
She keeps saying that. That's ridiculous. That's not me. Why would I do that? She was so upset with Danielle Cabral because I mean, you got to be kidding me. This woman, she's an absolute liar.
She's also, so she says, but I wasn't, so I mean, doesn't that contradict